Wednesday, June 20th, 2018, and we just got absolutely hammered in Cumberland, Maryland. This storm has now marching southeast. It's still cooking, as you can see, but this started, as you can see, more over here, over on the Ohio-West Virginia border. This is where this storm started, and it marched all the way over and kind of combined with some filth coming down from PA. And yeah, we got hammered for about a good 2 hours. I wouldn't be surprised if there's flooding somewhere in our region, or there's definitely flooding somewhere, but whether it's in Cumberland or not, I'm not sure. We'll take a look around at the rest of the country today. Here is southern Texas. They're dealing with some major flooding issues. So is northern Mexico. Okay, now watch how quickly these storms and how hot how quick they get hot. I mean, them ones right there, look at that right there, they just pop up, they're instantly cooking. And then this storm right here, this is at night, and you can see how big and how hot it gets during the night, and you can see white in there. Not white, it's up on the scale here, as you can see. Close that. Now let's see, somebody shared something. Here's called hail. Got some hail. And if you don't follow me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I make posts containing satellite images. And if you're under any of this, it'd be awesome if you shared your photos with me. But here's Mexico. Not looking too good in northern Mexico. Move on. Here is look at my photos from today. Here's from this morning. Got a couple thunder showers. You can see them faint. Every line's ever so faint, and they go all the way up through there. Now my camera doesn't really pick it up, but I just found that intriguing. And then you go up here, you can see the interference on the next rad images. Here is northwest Texas, very large EMF roll clouds. Now you see all that. You can see these lines going all that, and you can see some of these lines that go through it, like almost perpendicular. Sometimes it is perfectly, sometimes it isn't. Here is a post I made last year. Now, these are photos all I took, and you can see how perfect these are. And then how you can see these little lines going through the cloud other ways. Alright, and then here is a infographic, or somehow they made sound waves visible. And what do you see here? You see that same type of patterns going through there. Now we'll take a look at, this is the lower level water vapor imagery for North America. This is probably started last night. Yeah, right there's that storm bloomed up, and then poof, the whole eastern seaboard here blooms up. We're all probably dealing with some flash flooding. Here's the long wave infrared imagery. You just see it's cooking. Look at that there in Florida. Move right along. Cooking. I had to drive home in this. It was, yeah, couldn't drive too fast, obviously. And then, like I said, it looks like there's more coming. There is a flash flood warning until 10 p.m. And this region here, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Product overlays, watches, warnings. Yeah. You can see where we got the warnings and watches at. Move along. Here's Florida. Look how quick this one blows up. I mean, that's intense heat. Here I am in Maryland. Here is Ohio. That's a little further west. You need to see this string of aerosols laid here by planes. You can move on down and you can see all the EMF activity on the lower level. And then the Chem haze filth on the higher level. Here's the coastline cooking in the Carolinas. I mean, just cooking. Now we'll take a look at the next rad activity. This is from early this morning until 3 p.m. And you'll see all this interference in the southeast right here. That is from a paved pause unit in the panhandle of Florida, which is part of the space fence. Okay, it's a high-powered radar, and it's for higher up in the atmosphere. But it can be used in conjunction with the next rads. Now we'll take a look at the most current images of the mid-Atlantic region here. So you can see that heavy storm roll right over me in western Maryland. And then here we'll look at the Carolinas. Now, meteorologists would call these outflow patterns, but what this actually is here is the next rad transmitter doing a heterodyne roll, forcing air on the lower level that way, north. And then you can see it, this one here in South Carolina pushing south. And now, right here where they collide and meet up, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a tornado right there, where they intersect, right in that storm right there. And then you can see these rip patterns right here. That's coming from this transmitter in North Carolina. And what that does is create a vortex over top of the transmitter. Helps wrap this stuff up. Okay, we'll take a look at the flooding around the country. The purple is major flooding, and you see some up here in Montana, and especially down here in southern Texas. Looks like we already got some here in Maryland that's registering. But yeah, that's about my report. Just wanted to do a quick review of the weather today, and as you can see, like basically the whole eastern half of the United States is getting a taste of severe weather today. Southwest dry as a bone. And then and over here at weathermodificationhistory.com with this infographic here with 10 ways to control the weather today. And I just like this graphic because it's all here, all for you to see, easy to understand. If you haven't visited this site, it's a good start. If you're new to this, go through this site, and it's got other links to his other sites. Mr. Jim Lee, here he is right here. And he's done his homework, and yeah, I would look up on him and do a little bit of look into his research. He's done a mighty fine job, and he's an artist and computer programmer and all that, so he's put all this together for us in fine detail. Anyways, that's my report for tonight. We'll check in at a later date. Stay dry.